Hi everybody, this is Diane. I'm working on the Golden Book journals. If you've watched the previous journals or videos in this little series, you will have seen that I'm using these three titles of little golden books. I still haven't started the second skunk one, but I will. It's just like this one. I've cut pages for it, but I don't have the book taken apart. So I have two golden books, actually three, because I have two of the skunks. This one is for my daughter, because it was one of her favorite books when she was a child. And this one is a Rand McNally elf book. So in the previous two videos, I showed how I cut the pages. Well, take the book apart and then prepare the pages so I can have the story intact. That is in two other videos, all of that. So now I want to talk about how I'm going to do the pages in this book, because this book, the Rand McNally book, was put together differently than the golden books. Before I put this away, let me just show you the flaps that I chose for Judy's book. So here's, well, I'll just flip through. Here's the first flap. So here's the, this was connected together in the book, and I folded the folded edge. I folded it over so that the book would be narrow, the page would be narrow enough. And then I had this flap, and that's all talked about in the other videos. But I added this piece of cardstock, pattern cardstock with music staff on it. Judy used to take piano lessons. I gave her lessons for a while, but sometimes it doesn't work for mother and daughter to have instructional periods. So I actually paid a piano teacher. And she took lessons for at least 2 years, I think. But she gave up because she's like perfectionist. Anyway, I made a pocket on this side. And a song I used to sing to her was "You Are My Sunshine," so I'm going to put a little frame around that to highlight it. And that's the flap on this page. This one has the flap at the back, and I put roller skates on there because she used to work at a roller rink when she was a teenager for a family that went to our church. They owned the roller rink. And oh, there should be another page. Oh, I skipped the first one. I didn't get to the first one. Here it is. I didn't skip it. I just didn't get there yet. These were cut off pieces from the pages that I'm using. So I used the I Love You page, and then I put a vertical pocket, and then put a strip here to cover the rest of the flap. This one doesn't have any of the book pages in it. Here I have the same vertical pocket. Fun, 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 with a cat there. Oh, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. This one is the middle page. There's three folio pages in each of these signatures. So I constructed a pocket out of these three little cut apart pieces. They were the perfect height for this page. So life is poetry, the world is your oyster, and adventure. And I just glued them all to a cardstock and cut around to give it a stair-step effect, and then just tucked a couple pieces inside. And on this one, I just put this on as the flap and covered the white back side with a piece of ledger that can be journaled on, and this pretty cardstock or leftover scrapbook paper from a different project that matches the colors, and then I added another cut apart. I also would like to point out that I did rearrange some of the pages. You may have seen me collate the pages for this book. And then I did the same thing, put them all in the same order. But as I was putting them together, flipping through it last night, I guess, I changed some of the orders because I liked some of the pages in a different place. They just looked better. So like this looked so much better against that pink than against whatever it was up against. So, you know, I don't have to stick to the formula, so to speak. I rearrange things as I see fit. Now, on to this book. This book was all one signature, and I don't believe I've ever seen one like that. Usually the other books that aren't golden books, they still have two signatures, but they're put together differently, and there's like an extra page in each signature. It's not connected to another page. It just has a little piece of, a little extension, and it folds over like that. But this one was all one signature. All the pages are together, so I'm not even going to try to keep the story in order. So I've begun already cutting and preparing the pages. So then I thought I should show it to you. So I just remove a page, cut this part off because I want to cut it down to 5.5 inches. And yeah, I think that is, I could make it more than 5.5 inches because there's more space there. And cut a little bit off the height like I did with the other pages. So with the other ones, these are the cut off pieces. I have these wide pieces and I have these skinny pieces that were cut off of the pieces that I'm using as book pages. So for the other ones, I use these to create the flaps and pockets. But for this one, I can use these little strips to create a hinge. So I cut this page down already, and I already glued this page to the hinge. So I'll just continue doing that, and then you can see me do it with the whole folio. I think these pictures are so cute. So I'll take the next one. There's little Amos. And cut this part off. And I think I'll make it 5 3/4 at least. And what part should I cut off? I'll cut off the bottom to 7 3/4, because this book is slightly taller than the golden books. No, this is not what I want to do. I want to take this and fold it. We're having a rainy Saturday here today. good day to stay inside and craft, but I have cleaning to do too. While I'm doing this, I will talk to you a little bit about the upcoming week. I had been planning on taking a week off and getting some things done. I want to do some organizing at the house and get some reading done, and not really work on journals or putting things in my shop. And I didn't, let me see. Maybe I do want to keep it at 5.5. Yeah, I'm going to trim that. So I was going to start Monday and take a week off, which I still will, but my son, one of my son's oldest friends from teenage years, passed away unexpectedly. He died in his sleep. And I'm going to the funeral. He was friends with my daughter, my son, my daughter-in-law. I'm going to have one extra page, so I think I'll put that in the middle signature. It's not going to be in order, like I said. Pages are going to be all mixed up. And that funeral is Monday. And I don't want to spend a day of my vacation going to a funeral, but I do want to go to the funeral. I used to, long time ago, when my son was really little, like a baby, our kids were tiny, I used to be friends with his mom. And it's not that we're not friends anymore, but I never see her anymore. But my son and this young man, 45-year-old man, they were still friends. And I just want to go. So I'm going to start my vacation on Tuesday and extend it through I'll be on vacation the following Monday. So I get my full 7 days. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because I'm making just a couple videos. Like, I'm making one today on Saturday. I don't know if I'll have time on Monday or Sunday, and I don't know if I'll have time on Monday to make a video. But I'll just kind of spread them out over the week that I'm off. So you will see a few videos, or at least this one. But I don't want to make videos while I'm on vacation either, I don't think. Unless I really feel, if I decide to do some ephemera, like mass make something while I'm on vacation, maybe I'll do a video of that. I don't know. But only if I want to. And I hope I don't sound callous when I say I don't want to use a vacation day for this man's funeral. But you know how it is. I tried to pick a day where I wouldn't have any outside obligations. Teddy will be with his dad that week, so I won't have him for school. But anyway, yeah, I'll be a little less visible next week. So I'm getting as much, oh dear, that didn't work. I crumpled it right up. I'm getting as much done as I can on these videos. I was just trying to even that up. I botched it up. Okay, that's better. It's just going to be a little bit shorter than the other pages. So I want to get as much done as I can on these journals before I take a week off. I'll just put them aside and then I'll resume when I come back. I love the colors of this journal. Yellow and orange and teal. Nice bright colors. This is the easiest one for me to design color-wise. So another thing I wanted to say about these journals is, about this journal in particular, is that it won't have the extra flap, so extra pages, and it won't have the extra pockets that go on the flaps. So this will be an entirely different design of the book. It will have many of the same elements, I'm sure, but I'll have to add some extra pockets elsewhere in this book. And I only have one strip left, so I'll have to make another strip. Let's see, I have yellow and teal and teal and teal and orange. So I'll do this yellow. Oh, I have that yellow too. So I'll do an orange. It's an inch. I don't know what these were. These were just what I cut off the other pages. It's just over an inch. I might have to put a decoration on that page. Forgot to fold it first, but that's okay. I can fold it after. I'm just making sure I don't put glue right down the middle, because that little tiny sliver down the middle will be exposed. Won't have this paper on it. Let that dry a little bit before I fold it. So I cut these pages to 5.5 inches wide, but then there's a little bit, just a tiny bit added to the width because of adding the hinge, and the pages don't go right to the middle of the hinge. So it doesn't make a huge difference, but it is a difference. So these pages are all ready. I can collate the pages now. And it doesn't matter what order these pages go in. I'll put this one at the front just because it's obviously the first page. But this would be the very last page. So cute. Love the pictures. I love little duckies, so this is going to be a really fun one to do. I have a lot of really cute little duck ephemera and book images. All right, so maybe I'll be back. Oh, here's the rest. Yeah, the rest of the pages and some of the ephemera that I have. Oh, I wanted to show you the clusters that I made last night. I had this one already made. It was in my stash. And this one was already made. Okay, I made these clusters last night while I was watching TV. I'm going to use this one. These are going to be in the duck journal. This is a tiny one. It was already in my stash. I had this tiny little illustration, and I just used a little merchandise tag and a couple small shapes for that. Normally I use a larger base. I was starting to run out of the medium-sized bases. So I had them divided on my tray in large, medium, and small sizes. But I'll have to cut some more medium ones before I continue. But I just need one more for a skunk journal. Anyway, this is for the duck journal, this is for the duck journal, and this one. This one is for my daughters. And she loves elephants, so I have this. And she and her niece, my granddaughter, have a little thing between them about goats. So I might put that in there, but I also have these two. This was already in my stash, and I just made this one last night. But I think I want to include the goat and the elephant in hers. I think she'd appreciate that. And then I need one more for the skunks, because I need 6 altogether. Oops. So I did a bear. I wanted other woodland type animals besides skunks. I didn't have any more extra skunk pictures. There's an owl, a hedgehog, a bunny, and some frogs. So I think I'll continue on with the skunk journal. And decide what we're going to do next in this. I think the best thing to do would be to do one journal at a time. I can do both of the skunk journals together. But I just don't want to get confused. You know, I'm easily confused. So I'd like to have something on the front to make it turn into a pocket. I could turn that into a pocket because I could cover up that heron. I think I'd rather have that stuck into a pocket so you can see both sides. Maybe not with this stuff. I mean, and I can use, I don't want it to be all skunk. I can use eclectic things too, so that would be cute. I love that. It's got a similar pattern because it came from the same scrapbook paper, but it's got the contrast of the color on it, which I really like. So maybe I'll do that and just tuck a skunk ephemera in there. Yeah. It's 3.5 inches. I'll have to change my sewing machine thread. I still have brown in it from the last one. That'll be cute. But I want to put some trim on the edge too. I found this piece of fabric. I love the blue with this, and it's got black spots on it. And I'm going to make a fabric ruffle for that page. So I'm going to do some sewing and I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. It's nighttime now because I forgot to come back after I did the sewing. So I hope the lighting is okay. This is going to be quick. I just wanted you to see the ruffle that I added. Love that. And then I just stitched around this cut apart piece onto black cardstock, and then I just glued the pocket on. And this card will probably end up going in there, and I might add some fabric or something to that. But before I added all of the stuff on the front, I did get out some stamps. So I stamped this Fun Corner stamp, and then I stamped Be Kind. And on this, the back side of it, think happy, be happy. And I think that's all I did in there. But I also wanted to do that with the other two journals. I did the same thing on the other skunk journal. So for my daughter's journal, I had this page at the beginning. So I didn't want to put a pocket on that. But I did decide on the same fabric for the ruffle. And I just put a pocket on the inside. She doesn't journal anyway, so I knew she wouldn't need that white space. So this was another cut apart from the paper pad that I took the paper from. And I just sewed it to some blue cardstock and stamped that. And then some corner stamps. And then for Amos, I chose this little plissé fabric with yellow flowers. And this is Freeze a Bird. And that's what I did on the inside. So I just wanted to show you that because I told you I would come back and show you the finished front page here. So that's it for today, and I'll be back in another video. See you soon. Have a creative day. Bye.